You're watching our brand new 76ers News and Rumors channel right here on Chat Sports, and we have a signing to get to for the Sixers. But first of all, for all the Sixers fans right now who are looking for the best Sixers news and rumors, go to chatsports.com/76erstv and subscribe to the channel. Therefore, you're able to stay up to date with everything going on in the city of brotherly love. Let's get to this latest deal. Andre Drummond going from the Lakers to the Sixers. It is a one-year contract. Not sure what the dollar figure is, but Drummond is going to be replacing Dwight Howard, who went from the Sixers to the Lakers as the backup center for Joel Embiid. You look at Drummond's numbers from last year, and they were pretty good with the Los Angeles Lakers. Little less than 15 points per game, 12 rebounds. He's going to give you a block shot per night. I'd like to see him become a more efficient player offensively from the field, because he's not that given his size at 6'10", 279 pounds. And Andre Drummond is somewhat of an outdated big. He can't shoot. He's an awful free throw shooter, so he's somewhat of a liability late in games. He's not going to be a guy who's going to space the floor and stretch the floor as a knockdown big man. But as a guy who can give you backup minutes behind Joel Embiid, who it's inevitable he's going to miss some time because he's somewhat fragile. That's been the case since he came into the league, even going back to his college days at Kansas. I like the value here depending on what the dollar figure and what the price tag is going to be. Why is that? Andre Drummond gives you energy. I think he's a good passing big man as well. He gives you defense. He can crash the glass. He's a good shot blocker. So you lose Dwight Howard if you're the Sixers, and you replace him with a younger player in Andre Drummond. I don't hate it, although Drummond's somewhat of an outdated big. Sixers fans, let me know what you're feeling on this one. Your one-word reaction to the 76ers signing Andre Drummond. Get your one-word reaction in the comment section down below. For me, I'm just going to go ahead and say this is solid. But, of course, depending on the contract that he got from Daryl Morey, Doc Rivers, and the Sixers front office, that could change how I feel about this signing. It's not the only deal that the Sixers have made. They also brought back Furkan Korkmaz, a sharpshooter out of Turkey, who over time has developed into a good player. He was drafted late in the first round in 2016 by the Sixers and was looked at as a prospect with some upside. And to start his NBA career, he was somewhat scrawny. He was a sieve defensively, wasn't really a consistent knockdown shooter. But what you see last year with Philly, he developed into a streaky but a more consistent shooter who has become an above-average defender. When he plays for Team Turkey, internationally, he plays point guard. So that kind of speaks to the athleticism that he has. He has better bounce than really what you think. And for the Sixers to sign him to a deal that's $5 million per over the next 3, considering how much teams value shooting in today's NBA, I thought it was actually a very good value signing for the Sixers. As for their needs still in the offseason, there's a couple of them. When you watch the Sixers last year, they need creators, they need guys who can get their shots off the dribble, they need bucket getters, they need shooting, and they need wing depth. I think that Ben Simmons, the writing is on the wall, that his tenure in Philadelphia is going to come to a close. And whatever the Sixers get back, I do expect it's going to be an all-star caliber level, which changes the topic of conversation around Philly so far in this NBA offseason. So far, it's been average. It's been somewhat silent. But a Ben Simmons trade will happen, and if it does, you know we have you updated here on our brand new Sixers channel. So grade the Sixers free agency tenure so far. A, B, C, D, or F. Get your letter grades in the comment section down below. For me, I'll go ahead and say it's like a C, but that could all change depending on the haul they get back if and when they trade away Ben Simmons. Sixers fans, I know you're competitive. I know you're very passionate about your team. I grew up in Westchester, just outside of the city, and I went to Temple University, so Philadelphia is close to my heart. But speaking of that competitive fire, we have some work to do. Because on the same day a couple weeks ago, we launched a Knicks channel and a Sixers channel. The Knicks channel is crushing us right now, almost more than 300 subs, so let's catch up. Chatsports.com/76erstv.